What's going on, everybody? It is Cam here, Easy Work Acres, and today we are going to be scorching our 12-foot long raised beds because this is untreated lumber and we want this to last a little bit longer than my 4-foot by 4-foot beds out there. They're only 2 years old and they're already looking pretty rough being untreated lumber, but I wanted to use wood that we already had available. So we're going to scorch these babies down, turn them completely black, and hopefully they will last in the weather a little bit longer. Got Pip out here. She learned how to ride a bike the other day, straight killing it. But we are going to be using this propane torch right here to basically just flame this bad boy down until it is black. Just giving you a quick look at the difference here and where the scorch section is. And like down here, obviously it's a lot darker, and I'm going to keep doing that all the way down here to try and get the rest as dark as possible, because this looks pretty and I would love for it to stay this way. But the more you scorch it and the more black you can get it, the better it's going to be locking out that moisture. So basically going to keep on running it down until this one is done. And then I'm going to do it to the other one and those short sides over there. And hopefully these will last a few years longer than ones that would be left untouched. Alrighty, we have finished scorching one whole side of everything, and we actually have already done one side of another one, but I am out of propane. Now, when I started, this propane tank was like less than half. I'd say maybe even down, well, I mean less than a quarter. So I'd say almost even an eighth left. And we were able to scorch one whole side of all of these and then the other side of one of my long ones. So I was fully prepared to burn through an entire tank of propane to do this, just because it needed to be done. But it looks like I'm gonna be able to get both sides of all of these boards done for less than half of a tank of propane. I planned on having to run this out. I was just gonna use up what I had so that I could just go exchange for a full tank. But yeah, it used less than a quarter of a tank to scorch like a 12-foot long bed on one side and the short boards and one other side. So that's really good. That means it's cheaper than I thought it was going to be. I don't know what the prices are around you for a tank of propane to be refilled, but it's like a $25 refill, maybe a little less in some places, depending on where you get it. But that means we're able to scorch this thing for like, I don't know, less than 15 bucks if it's less than half of a tank to do the whole thing. So that's pretty good. It means it's fairly cost effective to do it this way if you're just using some scrap lumber that you have laying around already that is not pressure treated, which you don't want for your raised beds anyways, and then you don't have to go buy expensive cedar boards. So that works out. All right, so remember all that savings I was talking about, like it wasn't that expensive to scorch these boards laying out here? Well, if you run over your blowtorch with your car, it gets a lot more expensive. You have to buy a new blowtorch. And then it costs $40 more from Harbor Freight to get another one to finish this out. So this is cost effective as long as you don't run over your blowtorch. All right, not trying to have like a Harbor Freight commercial here or something, but this new torch I got, it must be updated or something. This thing dang near can make rock into lava. This is what I torched with my old blowtorch. Look how much is like, not burnt. This is what I just torched with a new torch. This thing is black. And I'm talking took like half the time as the other one. So maybe I lucked out by running over my blowtorch other than, losing out on $40. Alrighty, she is all scorched down. Let's put her back together. She is built, filled up. Wanted to show you in all her glory, being raised to the top with compost and topsoil. And that was a crap ton of freaking dirt to fill this thing. But we got it done, and I think it's gonna last a lot longer than those 2 4-footers. So I built those actually 2 years ago, and I think they might have at best maybe 1 or 2 years left in them. And apparently scorched wood can last a whole lot longer than that. So we will find out. We'll definitely do a follow-up each season on how they're holding up. But I think they look awesome at the very least. So that is it. hopefully this was a helpful video. You can kind of see how it's done and everything and decide if you want to do it. Like I said, it seemed pretty cost effective to me. And actually, I found out while I was out getting the propane tank refilled and buying a new blowtorch, is that getting your tanks refilled at like Tractor Supply is literally like half the cost of doing a propane exchange at like your local gas station or something. So refill at a Tractor Supply. It's way cheaper. So that's about it. You all have a good one. Like and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to keep sharing our garden progress with you. You all have a good one.